Hello, welcome once again to another look for your weekly NFL predictions. I hope you had a wonderful last week in terms of bets and the results, and you got some winnings. And so this week we're going to go at it again, and I'm going to give you my predictions. And as I say, as usual, whenever you're making a bet in slips, you can do either 3 or 5 predictions per slip, and that for me I think gives you the best chance of winning. And the bigger your bankroll, the less predictions you need per slip, so that's even better in a sense when you're making the money, that is. But anyways, we're going to get straight into it, and we're going to start with Thursday Night Football. And Thursday we're going to start with the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Alright, so the Chargers will be visiting the Chiefs, and for me, my winner here is the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs to win this one, and I say that in terms of the spread, I think the Chiefs are going to win by 4.5. I'll go with this 3.5. Alright, yes, they have 4.5 here, so we could go with 4.5 as well. So let's remove this one at 4.5. In terms of total points, I am saying that we're going to have under 54.5 points. We're going to have under 54.5 points for this one. Alright. So my predictions for the Kansas Chiefs versus Los Angeles Chargers game, I'm expecting Chiefs to win. In terms of a spread, I would go with the Kansas City Chiefs minus 4.5, and I'm expecting under 54.5 points for this game in total. Alright, so those are my predictions for the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers. And we're going to move right into our next game, which is the Miami Dolphins versus the Ravens. So the Dolphins will be visiting the Ravens in week 2 here, and so I'm going to get straight into it. I have the Dolphins to win this one. Visiting the Ravens, I think that they're going to pull it off. The Ravens didn't look too hot on Sunday, unless the warm up by Sunday. But for me, I'm going to go with the Dolphins. To win this one. I go with the Dolphins to win, and I say we are going to have, in terms of a spread, I'm going with 1.5 minus 1.5 for Dolphins, but I'm not seeing 1 minus 1, so I'm going to go with this one. No, I'm going to go with minus 0.5 for the Dolphins. That means that they could win by a point or more. Alright, yeah, there is a minus 1.5. That's minus 1.5, but for 0.5 we're getting a really good odds, so we'll take that as well. In terms of total points, I would say we're going to have over 44.5 points for this game. Not seeing it, I'm seeing 45.5, so I'm going to go with 43.5. So these are my predictions for the Dolphins versus Ravens game. I'm expecting the Dolphins to win. I'm expecting them in terms of spread. I have here for the Dolphins to win by a point, minus 0.5. I can go with minus 1.5 for Dolphins. In terms of total points, I'm saying that we're going to have over 43.5 points in this game. And we're going to jump to our next game, which is New York Jets versus Cleveland Browns. The Jets visiting the Browns. This could turn out to be an interesting one in a sense, but I'm going to go with the Browns to handle business here. Browns to win. And in terms of the spread, I would say that I go with the Browns, and I go with them at minus 4.5. In terms of total points, I am saying here we're going to have over 40 points for this game, so I'm going to go with over 38.5. Alright, so recapping my predictions for the Jets versus Cleveland Brown games, I am expecting the Browns to win. In terms of a spread, I will go with the Browns at minus 4.5. And in terms of total points, I am saying that the game is going to end with over 38.5 points. Alright, so we're going to skedaddle to our next game. Just wrapped up Jets and Browns. Jump down to Commanders versus the Lions. The Lions started last season how they basically started this season rather, how they performed last season. Had a lot of games that were ended up being close but couldn't finish it off, and that's what happened on Sunday. Unfortunate for them. But in terms of this game, the Commanders versus the Detroit Lions, I am going to go with Lions to win this one. It's going to be hard fought, but I think they can pull it off. I'm going to go with the Lions to win this one on Sunday. Lions to win. And in terms of a spread, I would go with -2.5 for the Lions. -2.5 for the Lions. -2.5. Where is my -2.5 for Commanders? I'm not seeing a -2.5 for Lions here. Not seeing it. Alright then, I'll just use this then. -1.5 for Lions. And in terms of total points, I'm saying here that we're going to have under 48.5 points for this game. We're going to have under 48.5 points for this game. So recapping my predictions for the Commanders versus the Lions game. The Lions being at home, I'm expecting the Lions to win. In terms of a spread, I'd go with 1.5, -1.5 that is, for the Lions. And in terms of total points, I am saying that we're going to have under 48.5 points for this game. Okay. And so next we're going to go to the Colts versus the Jaguars. Colts versus the Jaguars. The Jaguars being at home here. Jaguars, they are somewhat unpredictable sometimes, but they're not always unpredictable. Yes, but that's how it is, yeah. In terms of the winner for this game now, I am going with the Colts to win this game. Colts were unfortunate last week Sunday, and they could have won, but unfortunately did not. But so I'm going to go with the Colts to win here, and I'm saying that in terms of a spread, I would go with -3.5 for the Colts. And in terms of total points for this game, I am saying that we're going to have over 46.5 points. We're going to use this one. 45.5 points. Alright, recapping my predictions for the Colts versus Jaguars game. And I'm expecting the Colts to win here. In terms of a spread, I would go with the Colts at -3.5. And in terms of total points, I'm expecting over 45.5 points for this game. Alright. So our next game is Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus New Orleans Saints. Buccaneers visiting the Saints. And so my predictions for this game is that I'm expecting the Bucs to win this one. Carrying on for win and finish on Sunday versus the Cowboys. I'm expecting the Bucs to win. In terms of a spread, I would go with -2.5. -2.5 for the Bucs. I see a -2.5 here. So we're going to go with a -1.5 for the Bucs. Alright. And also in terms of total points for this game, I'm saying that we're going to have over 43.5 points. Don't have that, so we're going to go with this. We have 43.5 points here. So over 43.5 points for this game. Recapping my predictions for the Bucs versus New Orleans game, I'm expecting the Bucs to win. In terms of a spread, I would go with -1.5 for the Bucs. And in terms of total points, I am saying we're going to have over 43.5 points for this game. The Bucs versus New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints being the home team here. And now we're going to move on to Carolina Panthers versus New York Giants. New York Giants being at home this Sunday. Played away last week and they won. It was a tough, pretty match for them. They came out at the end and they gave it all and they won. Good luck for them. A great start to the season for them, and that's great for the people of New York. They've been struggling for some years now, and it's good. Things are I'm not saying they have turned the corner, but things are looking up somewhat. Yeah, so that's always wonderful. Now my predictions for this game, I am expecting the Giants to win. I'm expecting that win that they had on Sunday is going to boost them, it's going to push them. The Panthers, they have not yet settled somewhat, so I think there's still a few ifs and buts there. So but they can win, but I'm going to go with the Giants. In terms of spread, I'll go with minus 1.5 for the Giants. And in terms of total points for this game, I am saying that we're going to have over 42.5 points for this game. Over 42.5 points for this game, alright? So over 42.5 points for this game. Recapping my predictions for the Panthers versus Giants game. I'm expecting the Giants to win. In terms of a spread, I'll go with minus 1.5 for the Giants. And in terms of total points into this game, I am saying that we're going to have over 42.5 points. Alright, so let's jump straight to our next game on Sunday here. And this is the Patriots versus the Steelers. Patriots visiting the Steelers. They visited the Dolphins last week. And the loss was a horrible loss for them, unfortunately. But it's a part of the game. They'll put themselves up and they'll come out guns blazing on Sunday here against the Steelers. But my victors for this game, I'm going to go with the Steelers. Steelers have one of their main man is down. Two of the game, one of the main man is down and one is questionable. Yes, Watt is down and the wide receiver, I don't remember his name. No, I don't remember his name just now. He is also questionable. But I'm still going with the Steelers to win this one. I'm going with the Steelers to win this one against the Patriots. And so I'm saying here Steelers to win. In terms of a spread, I would go with minus 1.5 for the Steelers. And in terms of total points, let's see, I'll go with minus 1.5 for the Steelers. Let's see. Minus 1.5 for the Steelers. In terms of total points for this game, I am saying we are going to have under 40.5 points. Alright, we're going to have under 40.5 points. Seeing as I'm going to go with them under 41.5 points. Alright, so predictions again for the Patriots versus Steelers game. Expecting the Steelers to win here. In terms of a spread, I would go and say Steelers minus 1.5. And in terms of total points, I am saying that we're going to have under 41.5 points for this game. Alright. So our next game is Falcons, Atlanta Falcons versus the Rams. Atlanta Falcons versus the Rams. The Rams had a nasty defeat in the opening game of NFL 2022-2023. So they'll be looking to bounce back, and so I am expecting them to win here. The Falcons will be playing. Falcons, I expect to play some better football this year, well, hopefully. But for me, I'm going to go with the Falcons. I'm going with the Rams to win this one. Rams to win here. In terms of spread, I am saying that we're going to have the Rams here out by minus 6.5 in terms of a spread. Alright, so with minus 6.5 for the Rams. Minus 6.5 for the Rams. In terms of total points for this game, I am also saying that we're going to have over 46.5 points. We're going to have over 46.5 points. Recapping the predictions for the Rams versus the Falcons game. The Rams being the home team here. I'm expecting the Rams to win. In terms of a spread, I'll go with minus 6.5 for the Rams. And in terms of total points, I am saying that we're going to have over 46.5 points in this game. This game, the Falcons versus the Rams. The Rams being the home team here. And we're going on to Seattle Seahawks versus the 49ers. San Francisco 49ers. The Seahawks are losing them this week. Seahawks coming off a win on Monday night. That was very good for them. I to be honest, I picked the Broncos to win that game. Broncos could have won it. Could have, but they didn't. They were trailing for the most part throughout the game, but they did have a chance to win. But that's how it was. As it relates to this game, Seahawks versus 49ers. 49ers being the home team, I am predicting here that the Seahawks will win this one. I think it's going to be close. It's anybody's game, but I'm going with the Seahawks to win this one. In terms of a spread, I would say minus 6.5 for the Seahawks. Or have plus there, so not getting that. I'll go minus 6.5 for the Seahawks. Not seeing that. So alright then. So I'm gonna go with we're going to go with plus 6.5 for the Seahawks. Alright. In terms of total points for this game, I am going to say here we're going to have over 42.5 points. 42.5 points, over 42.5 points we're going to have in this one. I believe we're going to have over 42.5 points. So recapping my predictions for Seahawks versus 49ers. I'm expecting the Seahawks to win here. Anybody's game, to be honest with you. In terms of a spread, I would go with the Seahawks plus 6.5. And in terms of total points, I'm saying that we're going to have over 41.5 points for this game. Okay, so let's skedaddle to our next game. And our next game on Sunday is the Bengals versus Cowboys. Cowboys will be missing Dak Prescott for a couple weeks, maybe about 6 or 8 weeks. That's basically half of the season. Unfortunate for them, very, very unfortunate for them. Chances are the chance to make the playoffs this year, I think the chance of making the playoff might have just gone up in smoke. Let's see though, you never know. The quarterback that is coming in might come in and try to stamp his authority and say, hey, I belong here, so you never know. But heading into the predictions for this game, Bengals, even though they were awful last week, I am going to select them to win here because of what they are capable of doing. I'm expecting them to come away with a win here, even though T. Higgins, I think that's his name. I think Higgins is his last name. I think he might be out as well. So both teams suffering some major injuries there, but Cowboys side, it cuts deeper. Alright, so predictions for this game, I'm expecting the Bengals to win. In terms of spread, I would go with plus. I'll go with let me see, I'll go with plus. I'm going to go with not plus, I'm going to go with minus. Spreads I'm missing there, okay. Spreads, that's what I'm looking for, not here. Alright, and I'm going to go with minus 5.5 for the Bengals to win here. And in terms of total points for this game, I am saying here they're going to have over 42.5 points. Over 42.5 points. Alright, so predictions for Bengals versus Cowboys. I'm expecting Bengals to win. In terms of total points, I am saying that we're going to have over 41.5 points. In terms of a spread, I would go ahead and say Bengals minus 5.5. Alright, so those are the predictions for Bengals versus Cowboys. And now we're going to head on over to Texans versus Broncos. One wonders here if Russell Wilson can cop his first victory of the season. Let's see. You never know. Alright, so again here, my winner for this game, Texans versus Broncos. I am expecting the Broncos to come out on top here. But don't be surprised if the Texans surprises them. In terms of a spread, I would say I would go with Broncos. I'm going to go with Broncos. I'm going to go with Broncos at minus 5.5. And total points for this game, I am saying that we're going to have over 45.5 points for this game. Alright, so predictions for Broncos versus Houston. Broncos being the home team, I'm expecting Broncos to win. In terms of a spread, I would say minus 5.5 for Broncos. And the total points, I am saying that we're going to have over 45.5 points for this game. Broncos versus Houston Texans. Our next game is the Arizona Cardinals versus the LA Raiders. Wow, this one could be somewhat high scoring. If both teams get going, could be somewhat high scoring. This is going to be a tricky one, to be honest with you. Raiders playing at home usually are very good, and so hence the reason why I'm going to say it's going to be anybody's game, to be honest with you. Well, at the end of the day, the score might not reflect that, but it could be anybody's game. And so therefore, I am going to go with the home team here. I'm going to go with the Raiders to win this one. Raiders to win in terms of a spread. I would say Raiders minus 4.5. And in terms of total points, I am looking at over 50.5 points here. Over 50.5 points. So recap, Cardinals versus Las Vegas Raiders. I'm expecting the Raiders to win here. In terms of a spread, I would go with minus 4.5 for the Raiders. And in terms of total points, I am saying that we're going to have over 50.5 points in this game. So those were my predictions for the Raiders versus Cardinals, the Raiders being the home team. And now we're going to jump on over to the Bears versus the Packers. Packers, Aaron Rodgers has some new toys, but they are not functioning very well. And hopefully they start functioning well for him, because I think he's going to pull his hair out. The one of the guys got a clear cut opportunity in the first quarter on Sunday and dropped it. So I think he might have gotten an earful since. But let's get straight into the predictions. Bears versus the Packers. Packers being at home here. I am expecting the Packers to take care of business here. I'm expecting the Packers to win. And in terms of a spread, I will go with the Packers at minus 5.5. Alright. And in terms of total points, I am saying here that we're going to have under 42.5 points. Alright. So we're going to go with the under 43.5 points here. Alright, so my predictions again for Packers versus Bears. I'm expecting the Packers to win. In terms of a spread, I will go with the Packers at minus 5.5. And in terms of points, I am saying that we're going to have under 43.5 points in this game. Alright, so let's go to the next game, and our next game is Monday. Now for Monday Night Football, we have two games, and we're going to start with the Titans versus the Bills. Well, all of us are expecting the Bills to win here. Yeah, all of us are expecting the Bills to win, but if the Titans get going, it could be interesting, but I still do expect the Bills to win, so Bills to win. In terms of a spread here, I'm going to go with the Bills at minus 5.5. In terms of total points, I am saying here that we're going to have under 50.5 points. So recapping my predictions for Titans versus Bills, I'm expecting the Buffalo Bills to win. In terms of a spread, I would go with the Buffalo Bills for minus 5.5. And in terms of points, I'm saying that we're going to have over 50.5 points for this game. Alright, Bills versus the Titans. Bills being at home here after that wonderful start last week Thursday. That should continue on winning ways coming next Monday. Alright, and our final game for Monday night, a doubleheader on Monday Night Football. Final game for Monday night is the Vikings versus the Eagles, and this is where week 2 ends, and so therefore this is going to be an interesting matchup. The Eagles have shown some wonderful signs of being a very capable team this season, but let's see. I like the Vikings for what they're offering defensively and offensively. They didn't look too bad on Sunday against the Packers. Mind you, the Packers didn't do much either, because if it were old days, if they had Devante Adams there, maybe it would have been different in terms of an outcome. Need somebody to catch those balls and run those balls, not throwing those balls and Aaron Rodgers getting sacked every quarter. Alright, so predictions for Vikings versus Eagles. I am saying here, as you can see, I'm going through it and the odds are currently changing. Yeah, so that's another thing with betting, folks. The earlier you place your bet, the better for you, because the more the week goes on, then the odds tend to change. You might be getting a 2.1 today, and when you check it back, maybe let's say Thursday or Friday, this might come down to 2. Alright, so 10 cents is a lot of difference in the world of betting, because we're going to be doing multipliers. Yeah. But anyways, winner for this game, I am expecting the Vikings to win here. The Vikings to pull it off. In terms of a spread, I would go ahead and say the Vikings plus 1.5. And in terms of a total points, that is, I'm going to say we're going to have over 44.5 points. Not seeing that option here, so I'm going to go with tell you what, not seeing my 44.5 points over here, so I'm going to go on the safer side and I'm going to go with under 51.5 points. Alright, so predictions again for the Vikings versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles being the home team here. I'm expecting the Vikings to go in there and upset them on Monday. Alright, the Vikings to win. In terms of a spread, I would go with the Vikings at plus 1.5 to win that one. And in terms of total points, I am saying that this game is going to have under 51.5 points. Alright, so those are our predictions for the NFL this week, week 2 of the NFL, that is. I wish you all happy betting. Continue to watch my videos, subscribe to my channel, share these videos on your social media pages, and continue to win and enjoy your football every given Thursday, every given Sunday, every given Monday. Have a great weekend, and thank you very much, folks.